Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey and welcome to my channel Connecting with Spirit. So in today's video I am going to be doing a healing for the exploitation of animals. So I don't think it needs any more introduction than that. I'm just going to connect into the collective and do a healing for animals worldwide, any animals that are being exploited right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll see what kind of messages come through, what sort of healing energy comes through, and you are most very welcome to join me and hold space with me, with your healing teams of light, with whatever energies want to come in and join us for this healing today. So, I'm just gonna call in my healing team of light, calling in my healing team of light, calling in my healing team of light, and I'm gonna ask to be connected to all the animals on planet Earth right now that are being exploited, that are looking for some healing. With their permission, of course. Connect me in, connect me in, connect me in, please. And I'm just gonna ask that a sacred healing space be activated around me and around you as well. If you want to send healing energy, if you want to hold space, whatever your intention as well. If you just want to watch the video and see kind of what messages come through, you're more than welcome to do so, whatever feels comfortable for you. I'm just going to ask that we are contained within a sacred space, and that any and all protection that we might need be activated and anchored in around us as well, please. So heavy angelic presence, which I work with the angels a lot, so that is not a surprise. It's coming in around us all now. It's like they're forming a circle around us in circle, just to bring that protective light. And I'm just going to set the intention, which is to bring down healing lights. I'm going to say angelic healing light of the highest and purest love and light vibrational frequency from my heart to all of those animals on planet Earth who are currently being exploited, who have been exploited in the past, who will be exploited in the future, whatever needs and wants to come through for their healing, for their highest and greatest good. From my heart to theirs, with love, gentleness, ease, and grace. Please help me to do the healing to the best of my ability, my healing team of light. Please and thank you very much. Amen. Okay, so just seeing, it looks like a beam of white light, like a portal of white light opening in my mind's eye. I'm just seeing it almost like, yeah, a portal has opened and then a beam of white light is currently being beamed down from it. And it's like it's spotlighting each and every animal on Earth that has opted in for this healing. That the energy healing is going through to them. If you can hear, the mic is picking up just beautiful birds outside. So just being asked to bring in some sort of a cleanse for the energy fields of all these animals that I'm connected into. Hearing to use the elements, so I'm going to call in wind, I'm going to call in the energy of water, I'm going to call in the energy of fire, I'm going to call in the energy of earth, I'm going to call in the energy of ether as well. I'm just going to ask all of these elements, these energies, to clear, cleanse, completely remove and transmute what no longer serves these animals. Now, please. And if you've watched any of my videos, when I'm clearing energy, I tend to burp. So that's just is what is happening now. The energy is being cleared around each and every one of these animals. So seeing a lot of like farm animals in my mind's eye. And like more exotic animals than that, like camels, birds of prey, kind of like those animals that were in the circus a lot. I don't know if that's still going on, but circus animals, those sorts of things. And it's almost like that bird, if you can hear it, is giving out, absolutely going off on one about the exploitation of animals is what the energy feels like. So I have Archangel Ariel coming in for this one, who is pretty much like the champion of animals. Absolutely love working with Archangel Ariel. She's what I call my wing woman. So she's coming in strongly for this healing session. Excuse me. And just seeing Archangel Ariel, one of the healing techniques that she often does is liquid love. So it's like she's wrapping each and every animal, enveloping them in that beautiful liquid love energy. So it looks like a vibrant pink vermilion, that's what I'm hearing. As each and every one of these animals are just basically enveloped in that liquid love energy. And I'm just getting the sense that this bird it's almost like I had said before, giving out about the state of animals welfare, the exploitation of animals. It's like some of the animals don't have a voice, and this bird is using its voice to express that for on behalf of other animals who can't. Yeah, there is a huge message here about animals not having a voice, animals not being able to have their say, animals not being asked permission or given a choice, animals not being understood by humans, humans not taking the time to connect with the animal and talk to them and meet them on their level, because animals are conscious. If you have had any sort of pet, you will know this, that they have a soul, that they are conscious, that they have their own personality, that they understand what you are saying a lot of the time. But it's up to you to tune in on that level to pick up and understand what they're trying to say to you. And it's like, for a lot of the animals, there's just this unbelievably deep sorrow that humans have not taken that time to connect in, to try and understand them, to try and meet them on that level. And I'm actually feeling just so unbelievably emotional in relation to this. Huge sorrow and huge grief in relation to not being heard, in relation to not being understood, and not having a voice. And funnily enough, now that bird has gone silent, just as I had finished channeling that message. So just some healing coming in for that from Archangel Ariel. Around the throat chakra for the animals, and in the heart space for that deep sorrow, that deep grief, that deep pain. And does feel like there is a call here coming from the animals directly themselves. It feels a plea, like a plea. I'm getting so emotional and I'm bringing this through, but it is about taking the time to connect with them, to talk to them, to learn their language, to take time to understand them, and to ask them their permission. If you have animals, just say as an example, maybe you have chickens, to ask your chickens if it's okay to take their eggs, to ask if you have cows and maybe there's excess milk or whatever, to ask the cows if it's okay to take the excess milk. Yeah, just a huge plea coming from the animals to connect with them on that level, to talk to them, to ask them. And if you're unsure how to connect with them, just talk to them like I am talking to you right now, and keep talking to them until they talk back. So they're not necessarily going to talk back the way that I'm talking back to you, but it's more sort of like they will communicate to you in their way. It might be telepathic, so it might be along the lines of you're going to have to open up and tune in with your psychic senses. So it could be telepathy. You might hear a voice in your mind's eye, which is the animal speaking to you. You might get a vision, you just might get a sense, you might just get an epiphany, like something drops in and you're like, oh my goodness, okay, that's what the animal is saying to me. Or an emotion. It can be all different things like this, or they might even through their behavior communicate certain things to you. It's just pretty much like a call to slow down, to tune in, and to see what you're sensing when you're talking to your animals. because it's like we've forgotten how important this is, like that we're not the only beings, the only mammals I'm hearing on Earth, that there are other beings here that have purposes for being here as well. And it's like we've lost that connection to the animals as well as to the land, and to, there's like a sacredness that we've just lost. And it's a call again for this to be reignited within you. I do have Archangel Jophiel here. With a blessing, and it is sort of like a remembrance of ancient wisdom, of the ancient times, of when we were more connected to the earth, when we were more connected and in tune with animals, and basically to reconnect you to those ancient roots so that you remember this connection, and so that you remember how to communicate with animals, how to live in harmony with animals. How to maintain the sacred balance is what I'm hearing between you, Earth, and all the living creatures on Earth. So it also includes plants as well, but this is a healing for animals, so we're just going to focus on animals, but it does include plants. So this blessing, this reconnection, feeling it very strongly in the heart, but it's also going up into the throat as well, in case you're feeling that. And up into, this feels like into the head. Crown chakra I'm hearing. And also root chakra. So something is being unearthed is the word that I'm hearing. This sacred connection between you, the land, and animals. And it's being brought up to the surface, into your conscious awareness. And some clearing happening as this takes place. It is super strong. I can just feel like the column going straight down. I want to say it's like an activation, but it's more like a re-remembering. Okay, so for some of you after this, you just might become aware of other lives that you have had, where you were like totally in tune with this connection. You were totally in tune with nature. You were totally in tune with the earth, the plants, and also the animals. And you were able to connect with animals on that level and communicate with them. And it's very much symbiotic relationship. Tuning into the animals, having conversations, living in harmony, these sorts of things. So you just might be aware, just seeing like visions coming into your mind's eye of those past lives and when you were in this place, and just remembering how you did that. Thank you. Jophiel, Ariel. I have Archangel Metatron coming in here as well. Just seeing like almost it, I think it is. It looks like a cross of white light being placed on your forehead. So it's like an awakening, a remembering about the sacredness of all life. And this is like it's extending out from your third eye and going straight down your chakra systems, all the way down into your Earth Star. I'm hearing. And then there's something happening in the root chakra, and that's extending down into the earth, where you're being anchored into the earth, reconnected into that earth energy, the sacredness of the land, sacredness of animals, sacredness of plants, a remembrance. It's quite strong with Metatron. Thank you, Metatron. So just feeling like a queasiness in my abdomen, in my stomach. So for some of you, you might experience a purge with this. So your physical body just purging out the old energies, but physically. So you might even might have bowel movements, or you might throw up. It just depends on your body and how it likes to excrete, or you might sweat a lot, these sorts of things, to just get rid of that old just old things in your body, old substances in your body that are no longer serving you, because this energy is so high. Your energy system is going to take in this energy and raise in vibration, let's say, and as a result your physical body is also going to have a bit of a clear out in order to acclimatize to this new energy that you're going to be holding as a result of this healing. And then just keep hearing, remember, remember, remember. I'm just going to ask that a purge be gentle for you in whatever way it looks like for you. Thank you. So just being drawn to that cross energy that Metatron is bringing to my mind, that we've just brought down through. And it just feels like a lot of the times that animals sacrifice themselves in order to wake up humanity. That is what it is feeling like. So yeah, they're bringing to mind, I can't remember what the incident was. There was some sort of huge fire. I don't know if it was the LA wildfires or if it was different fires, but it was something along the lines, because I tuned into this energy as like when it was happening, just to get some messages, and the message that did come through was about because it was karmic, and there was some sort of like sacrificial energy that needed to be cleared from that area because of goings on, let's say black magic, these sorts of ritual type things. And it was like the animals sacrificed themselves in order to clear that energy for humanity. So it feels like that animals play a huge role, that sometimes that they do sacrifice themselves in order to clear some energy that needs to be cleared from the land, from earth, whatever the case may be. But that is definitely coming in right now. And just a sense that the animals take a hit for humanity are the words that are coming to me. There's also a message about animals being like way more advanced, way more tuned in than we've been led to believe, as some of the animals on earth are so unbelievably ancient. If you have tuned into any of my videos where I channel the animals in the animal kingdom, I channeled tortoise recently, and the depth of that energy was just unbelievably immense. And this is what I'm talking about, that the animals hold keys, codes, like they're gatekeepers, they're guardians for specific things on earth, that they have a role, they have a purpose. They're not just here for to serve humans in that way, to be exploited for food or whatever the case may be, that they have their own work as well to be doing here on earth. And it's just like there's just so much more to the animals that meets the eye, energetically and spiritually, in relation to the keys, the light codes that they hold. Thank you. And it's just like, for a lot of you, deep down, you know this, and it's about remembering and reawakening to this knowledge. It also feels like for some of you, like myself, because the animals come to me and I channel them and I'm doing work with the animals for them, that it feels like animals might come to you as well because they want to work with you. They want, there's some specific maybe like healing, or they want you to channel messages from them, or like a deck, or whatever the case may be. But it feels like for some of you, because of that connection, and you're remembering, you're reawakening to that, that the animals will come to you and ask to work with you in a specific way that's going to be unique to you and the connection that you have with them. But it will be very much working together, like as equals, in harmony. As a cow just moves. I don't know if the mic is picking it up. Okay, so I'm just being guided to bring down healing energy from source that's of the highest and purest love and light vibrational frequency. Going to bring it down through myself, but I'm connected into the animals, so it's going to go into the animals. So going to bring that down into, I'm actually not quite sure if animals have the same chakra system as humans do, but I'm just going to bring it down through my chakra system, and it's going to flow into their energetic system as we do this. So bringing it down into stellar gateway chakra, opening and activating the stellar gateway chakra for healing for exploitation of animals. Bringing the energy down into soul star chakra, opening and activating the soul star chakra for the healing for the exploitation of animals. So I feel like there's past lives here that we're going to have a look at and heal, where animals were also exploited in the past. So might necessarily be you, it might be you, but it just feels like for humanity in a whole, for humanity as a whole, that there is going to be extensive healing work brought in here to heal the exploitation of animals in the past. So you're seeing the angels and angelic light coming in hugely. You might feel it down the back of the body. I'm just feeling it out the back of the soul star chakra. I just see like a beam of light, white light again, going back into each and every one of those past lives where animals were exploited. It's like the animals are receiving those healing. I'm just going to ask for that energy, the exploitation of animals, to be cleared. I'm hearing for like bonds to be repaired between humans and animals, where they're brought back into balance and harmony. And humans are awakened and reconnected to that relationship with animals and also the earth and the sacredness of all life on earth. So I'm like, I thought this was healing for just the animals, but it is for humans and humanity as well. So yep, a lot going on in this one. You might feel this up around the crown as well, I'm feeling. Throat, heart. As light is also seeping into the akashics, into the akashic records as well, I'm hearing. I'm getting the sense that there's old contracts being dissolved. And it feels like this is, oh my goodness, I'm gonna get emotional again. This is a gift being bestowed on you by the animals, on humanity by the animals. These contracts being dissolved. Karma, I'm hearing. And it's the animals, the animal kingdom's way of helping humanity uplift themselves in their vibration and the earth, that the animals are gifting this, and it feels very excuse me, very sacred, very momentous, and an absolute honor to receive this gift from the animals. Because it is coming from a place of love. It's like no matter how badly we treat animals, it's like they still have immense love for us and humanity. And I'm just feeling that unbelievably strongly. And it's like these animals are so much more spiritually advanced than us, and that then we give them credit for, because that the amount of love that's just coming from them is huge, and it's very, very emotional. And there's just this. It's because of, it's like the animals know that feeling of being exploited and have so much love for humanity, because whether or not they or we as humans, as a humanity, know it, that we too are being exploited. So it's like shared pain. And like a dark agenda. Okay, and then I'm seeing a cycle. So whether or not you know that you have been exploited, it's like, yeah, like a pattern that's just keeps carrying on, where someone exploits you, and then you might exploit yourself, you might exploit other people, but you might also exploit animals, and it's like that cycle keeps going on. Then maybe you have kids and they pick up on that pattern, and it just keeps cycling and cycling. This sort of way, it feels like that this pattern needs to be broken, this exploitation of not only humanity but then also of animals. And it's a karmic cycle of exploitation. So seeing Metatron coming in for this with like an almighty sword, it's blazing white, where he's just gonna sever this and break us free from this cycle of exploitation. Whew. So this is in the akashic. So this is quite strong, coming in. You might feel it in your abdomen, just feeling that also. Looks like there's like threads or cords. So I'm just gonna ask Metatron to pull them out in relation to this exploitation. So it's like this connection from this other energy that's exploiting you, and then any threads where you of exploitation that have carried from you into other people or indeed towards animals. So it's like all those threads are being unraveled, removed, pulled out from you fully and completely. I'm just going to ask that they are transmuted, and any areas where those threads have been pulled out, I'm going to ask for them to be healed and repaired within you and also within the animals. Now please, Metatron. So you might actually feel those cords being, or those threads being pulled out. I don't know why that's coming to me. It's like ringworm. It looks like those sorts of little tapers, parasites, that parasitic energy type thing. So we continue to bring this beautiful energy down from source into the crown chakra, opening and activating the crown to healing for the exploitation of animals. So some energy here in the crown, we're just going to go into it and have a look at it. So feels like it's a disconnect from higher knowledge, higher wisdom. So it does feel like this connection was severed deliberately. It was done intentionally. And the angels are working here to reconnect this connection to this higher wisdom, this higher knowledge in relation to the connection between you, earth, the animals, and higher wisdom in general, I'm hearing. Ooh, this is quite strong. So I'm just feeling, like this horrible undercurrent, like malevolent energy, dark intentions sort of thing, where this was done deliberately in relation to humans being exploited, in relation to this cycle of us and animals being trapped into this karmic cycle of exploitation, in relation to this severing of this connection. It's kind of like, I'm just gonna close this window because it's getting very loud out there with the works. Yeah, in relation to our connection with animals, and it's like indigenous wisdom, this sort of thing. And an undercurrent of like, if we're disconnected from this higher wisdom, we're easier to control, we're easier to enslave, we're easier to exploit, because we've lost touch with that information and our sovereignty. So we're easier to manipulate as well and exploit. So it is very much feeling, so I often do videos for looking at the shadow energy behind certain things, and it does feel like this is an aspect of this. It's like a shadow work video in relation to the parallels of animals being exploited and humans being exploited, and that there is a dark energy, a dark agenda behind these, and they're very interlinked. And again, I'm just hearing remember, remember, remember. So we continue to bring down this beautiful energy from source into the crown chakra, opening and activating the crown, to the healing for the exploitation of animals. Okay, so it seems like, well, the angels are coming in. It's almost like there's a veil being placed on your third eye. It has been placed there. It's kind of like humanity has been stuck in this energy of survival mode for a very, very long time. And it's just been about surviving, you know, where am I going to get the food? Where am I going to get the water? Where am I going to get the shelter to sustain myself? That's just been the focus, so much so that we've just lost touch. We've forgotten that we're dealing with living beings, organisms, the animals, that it's like, because we are stuck in that fight or flight fear energy, that our higher executive functioning is shut down, and we're operating on that instinct all the time, which means we haven't been thinking logically clearly, and we've been just in that survival mode and exploiting animals as a result. That's definitely what it feels like. So angels just bringing in some healing for that in your third eye. Thank you. As you continue to bring down this beautiful energy from source into your throat chakra, opening and activating your throat to the healing of the exploitation of animals. So feeling just so much sorrow, so much grief, so much like woundedness is what I'm hearing. Pain and suffering that's just been caught in the throat chakra, whether or not this has been expressed or not. Largely no. And the energy is just being caught there in the throat. So almost like the animals wanting to scream or cry and not being able to, and the energy's just gotten caught. The distress, the agony, the pain, the mistreatment, torture, I'm hearing the injustice. So again, feeling that parallel, like this is a healing for the exploitation of animals, but it also feels like in parallel, there's also a healing for the exploitation of humans as well, and where humans have felt these same feelings in parallel with the animals. So clearing and healing coming in relation to that in the throat chakra. Thank you. So we continue to bring down this energy into the heart, the higher heart, the heart chakra, opening and activating these areas to a healing for the exploitation of animals. So just immense sorrow, immense injustice, immense dishonor, disrespect, powerlessness, helplessness, heartbreak, heartache, distrust, disempowerment. Excuse me. Excuse me, shock, disbelief, trauma. Feeling exploited, feeling taken advantage of, feeling like there's been no choice given, entrapment. And again, healing energy and clearing energy coming in from the angels for this, for both humanity and the animals. A lot of repair work happening on deep wounds and scars. So you might feel this in the heart, in the chest area, but it's also going up into the throat as well. It's very deep, very extensive. I'm also hearing psychic surgery being performed for some of you in relation to this. It's like where the trauma was so extensive, where the energy has settled there, and it's been there for so long that it's manifested physical symptoms in relation to this. Hearing specifically like heart issues, heart problems, seeing like the blood issues, blood pressure, specifically something to do with the capillaries as well. Throat issues, throat cancers. So on animals and humans in relation to these afflictions. Just gonna hold space for a number of minutes here. You might feel a bit of pressure on the chest, almost like it's affecting your breathing as well. Also some energy around like feeling constricted, feeling suffocated, feeling like you can't escape. Fear, terror, despair, distrust, disbelief. Downward spiral and depression. Just like dejected, disheartened, feeling like giving up. Throwing the towel in, you can't go on anymore. Defeated, that's the word. As this energy from source moves down the shoulders, arms, and into the palm of the hand chakras, opening and activating the palms for healing for the exploitation of animals. Okay, so because at the start of this I thought it was just gonna be for the animals, but that's what happens when you just open up and go with the flow. Anything can kind of happen, anything can come in, so it does feel like this is a healing for us, for humanity, for humans as well as animals, and they're very much interconnected. So I'm just being guided to ask, if you have made it this far, and you want to receive this energy, to give your permission to receive it. And it's like you will receive everything that has happened up to this point. Is it retrospectively, whatever that word is, but yeah, so if you want to receive this energy, please just do give your permission in whatever way feels comfortable for you, and you will receive the healing in its entirety, even if it is you're just giving your permission now. But it just seems very important to ask for that, to give you that choice. Yeah, because it just feels like this has evolved into something a lot more than what I thought it was going to be. So yeah, I want to put it out there if you want to receive this healing as well. As we continue to bring down this energy into the solar plexus chakra, opening and activating the solar plexus to this beautiful healing for the exploitation of animals. There does feel like there's something else in the solar plexus chakra. It's to do with powerlessness. And while being exploited, feeling like you don't have any power, you don't have any choice, you don't have a say in it. This is just something that's happening to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. That sense of helplessness and hopelessness as well. And entrapment and being unable to break free. Just clearing all of that energy, asking for it to be transmuted and healed and repaired, please, angels. And that the cycle is broken. So I continue to bring down this energy into the sacral chakra, opening and activating the sacral to a healing for the exploitation of animals. So a huge feeling of like dejection, that it's futile, trying to fight back, to trying to escape, that no matter what it is that you do, you can't get out of this being exploited. There's nothing that you can do, there's nothing you can say. That entrapment energy as well coming in again. That lost, helplessness, hopelessness, despair, anxiety, fear, trepidation, horror, and huge trauma around being exploited. Not having a say, not having a choice. Just asking for this energy to be cleared, healed, repaired, replaced with love and freedom from exploitation. So we continue to move down into the root chakra, opening and activating the root to a healing for the exploitation of animals. And just hearing this runs so deep. This trauma, it's at a DNA level as well. And ancestral. So that's where humans are exploited and where humans exploit animals. So just some healing happening there at a DNA level. This is so freaking deep and it's so strong. Flowing down the ancestral line as well. Might feel this down the back. So much so it almost feels like I'm a bit lightheaded with this energy, because it's very extensive, it's very deep, bone deep I'm hearing, well, DNA deep, very deep. Repairs and healing going on at that level. Excuse me. Okay, so even during this healing session or maybe after, it's like for some of you, it's like the angels are gonna anesthetize you, so you might just all of a sudden feel sleepy and feel like lying down, and it's like you're there 1 minute and the next minute you're knocked out. And this is why. It's because the angels, it's almost like they put you under so that they can do this deep work at that DNA, that cellular level, that bone deep level for you. So just to be aware if that happens, and then you wake up and you're really groggy and stuff, because that can sometimes happen because they've taken you so deep in order to do that work that you wake up and you're like, what even day is it? What time is it? I don't know where I am. Who am I? This sort of thing, because that healing has been so extensive. Again, just something to be aware of if that happens. As the energy continues to flow down into your knee chakras, opening and activating your knees to the healing for the exploitation of animals. There is the energy of like being subservient here in the knees. That's just being cleared, healed and repaired. We continue to bring down this healing energy into the feet chakras, opening and activating the feet to healing for the exploitation of animals. So yeah, some healing happening around, like it's like you couldn't escape, you couldn't get away, the animals couldn't escape, the animals couldn't get away, you know, they were locked in, they were hooked up to machines, whatever the case may be, they were entrapped. That energy is coming in strongly around the feet, and the energy of struggle. And just a huge sense of impending doom. Also feeling death energy strongly. Asking for this energy to be cleared, healed and repaired, replaced with freedom and our freedom from exploitation and love energy. As this energy from source continues to move down into the Earth Star chakra, opening and activating the Earth Star to this healing for the exploitation of animals. So some energy in relation to being unsovereign, like a lack of sovereignty, disconnected to sovereignty. Exploitation, being taken advantage of, used and abused. All this energy caught in the Earth Star chakra. And again, a disconnection to Earth, disconnection to all the living beings on Earth, and also a disconnection to self. So it feels like for animals and indeed humans, a certain amount of disconnection had to happen in order to endure this exploitation, whatever it was, to disconnect from the physical body, because there was just so much pain, there was so much trauma, that there was a disconnection there. So just asking for healing, repair and reconnection in the Earth Star chakra, clearing of old energy, transmutation, and replacing the energy cleared with love and freedom from exploitation, please. Okay, so this is also quite extensive. Have to say this energy is immense, intense, and huge, like big stuff happening. As this energy continues to move down through the different levels, layers of the earth, it kind of feels like this grounding cord, seeing it as white light, that it's like picking up different things as we travel down through the different levels and layers of the earth. It's almost like knowledge, wisdom, key codes, unlocking different things in relation to wisdom, in relation to the connection with the earth and animals. It feels like it's going to be different for each and every one of you, depending on your connection and your gifts and intentions, wishes and stuff that you've been putting out there. That whatever this is that you're going to pick up is going to be made known to you through psychic means, is what I'm hearing. And it could be something in relation to the work that you're here to do. As this grounding cord is going to be, I'm just going to ask that it is plugged into Mother Earth Gaia. All the grounding cords are going to be plugged in separately and independently from each other. And calling in Mother Earth Gaia, calling in Mother Earth Gaia, calling in Mother Earth Gaia. And asking Gaia to ground, earth, anchor, connect, and align. All of the animals and each and every one of you have given their permission to receive this healing today. Okay, so seeing a lot of flowers coming up from Gaia and twining around this white grounding cord. Also feel like these flowers are being extended out into each and every animal that we've been sending energy to, that we've been holding space to. And Gaia sending that healing energy towards or to those animals as well as each and every one of us. As her beautiful, it's just like flowers in bloom energy twines around the pure white grounding cord and moves up into your Earth Star chakra. Just feels like there's huge healing and huge repair happening. There's also something in relation to the earth being exploited as well. Like crystals or iron ore, you know, the metal ores being mined from Gaia, these sorts of things. And it's not been done in a conscious way, it's not been done in a respectful way. Permission has not been asked, like there has been no sacredness, no reverence, no connecting in with Gaia, and doing it in such a way where Gaia has given her permission and there's been blessings, these sorts of things. It's just been, Gaia's been exploited. So feels like angels are coming in for healing in relation to that, where Gaia has been exploited, where humans have exploited Gaia. Again, it's part of that cycle that we're looking to break in relation to exploitation. And again, another call from Gaia herself about connecting in to Gaia. If it is that you are, I don't know what you're doing, but if you're working with the land in any way, shape or form, or if you're wanting to take something from the land, if you're mining something or even harvesting something, or whatever the case may be, it's just about establishing that connection with Gaia, having a chat, asking for permission, doing it in such a way where it's almost like a sacred ritual and of exchange almost is what I'm hearing. And it's like Gaia is abundant and Gaia absolutely wants to support you in whatever way she can, but it's like there's a certain way of going about it consciously, with love, with reverence, that hasn't been happening, and that needs to be happening again once more. It needs to be like remembered and reawoken within people. So it does feel like for a lot of you that this will be reawoken for you, and you'll remember how to do that, what way to do it. How to approach it, you know, in a way that's best for everyone involved. And honoring Gaia in her, as her own energy, as her own entity, and her own sovereignty. And that feels like a really, really big thing. It feels like it is 5D energy. It feels like the energy of New Earth. It feels like a step that humanity is moving into, where they're very conscious about everything that they do and the energies of, you know, the earth and the animals. And it's all about connection. It's all about asking for permission. It's all about having that energy of love and connecting with honor and respect and empowerment and honoring sovereignty. So again, yeah, it feels like Gaia's awakening that's within you. And again, I just keep hearing, remember, remember, remember. So Gaia's energy is going to continue to climb up your body, is what I am feeling. So you might want to tune into the energy. I'm just getting a lot of visuals of those flowers kind of coming up, but it feels like there's something else that's going to come in as Gaia does that. So I'm just going to hold space and see what happens. Okay, so I have galactic energy coming in, specifically the blue avians. Seems like no surprise because they are animal-like. Blue avian galactic energy. And this is your opportunity just to connect into the energy to see what you can sense. Feeling it very much strongly in the throat. High vibrational galactic energy. So what is why are you here, blue avians? What are you bringing in for this healing? So hearing the blue avians are bringing in a activation for sovereignty. So it's for Gaia's sovereignty, it's for animal sovereignty, it's for humanity and humans being sovereign. Yeah, it also feels like there's some sort of, don't know if it's a ripple or it's an extension, because it's almost like the energy is moving out into the wider galaxy and universe in relation to sovereignty as well. So just on multiple levels here. And I'm also hearing dimensions. So we're just gonna take a minute or so just to let this energy sink in, because it is very strong. And again, just your opportunity to connect in with the energy, see what you can sense with your psychic senses. Seeing blue, seeing purples, and also seeing like that bright white light. You might also be aware Gaia's energy coming up into the chest as well. I saw a little bit of resistance coming up, which is okay, because for some of you, you might not have encountered this energy before, and sometimes when the energy is different, or excuse the pun, alien, your body or your energy system can react and kind of sometimes like freak out because it's new, it's different, and you're not sure what's gonna happen. If you accept this energy, it's kind of like sometimes what happens when it's change energy, because it's unknown, it's uncertain type thing, and that resistance can come up. And if you're feeling that, it's kind of like tension, where you're struggling against it type thing. So do just tune into yourself and see if it's okay for you to accept the energy. You know, tune into your heart and say, is it okay? Is this right for me to accept? And depending on the answer, saying I accept this energy or I reject this energy. Just making a choice, standing in your own power in relation to this, and this can help with those resistance energies or those symptoms that you might feel. Like anxiety, restlessness, these sorts of things, that struggle. And again, this does feel like a big thing, monumental happenings, goings ons, definite change energy, definite new beginnings energy. And for some of you, a rebirth I'm hearing in relation to your connection with Gaia and animals, the land, and your own sovereignty. Thank you, Blue Avians. I have the unicorns coming in, so usually work with the unicorns for house or land clearings, and I'm actually going to be doing a channeling for the unicorns as part of my Animal Kingdom series. So they're coming in now. In relation to that land, sovereignty of the land, and your connection to the land. Seeing an absolutely magnificent white unicorn. Oh, I also have Pegasus energy as well. But seeing the white unicorn and its alicorn, so its horn there, and it's touching its horn here at your forehead. You might be aware of that, you might feel it. Also on the shoulders as well. Also feeling like down the abdomen and the feet. It's like a blessing, an activation, a re-remembering. And this is like to be in tune to the land specifically, and what's on the land, the animals, the plants, being in tune with nature. Thank you very much, unicorns. So I'm just going to call in Archangel Zadkiel, calling in Archangel Zadkiel, calling in Archangel Zadkiel. Going to ask that Gil to pass the violet flame down through each and every one of our energy fields, also for Gaia, also for the animals. That any energetic debris or any energy that might have come up as a result of this healing, that's no longer serving you, that's non-beneficial, that you're ready to let go of, that be cleared, cleansed, completely removed and transmuted from you fully and completely now, please. The angels and Gaia as well, the lands, wherever really the violet flame needs to go and cleanse. I'm just asking that that be done, please and thank you very much. I'm going to ask that any excess energy be brought down through your chakras and sent into Gaia to be grounded. I'm going to also bring up Gaia's energy from your crown into your soul star, stellar gateway, and plug you into either an earth grid or a galactic grid that's best for you right now, so that you can receive whatever support it is that's best for you. Excuse me. And if you're unsure, you can just ask which one you're being plugged into. Gonna ask the angels just to balance, harmonize, stabilize, recalibrate, realign all levels, layers, bodies, fields, and systems of you to freedom from exploitation, and also in relation to the animals and Gaia as well, I'm hearing. Asking the angels to zip up your aura, to zip up the aura of animals, to zip up Gaia's aura. Zip them all up, please. Zip them all up, zip them all up, so that everyone feels strong, safe, secure within their energy fields, free from exploitation. Asking if there are any cords that were formed during this session, for them to be pulled out from the animals I was connected to, from the humans I'm connected to, and as well if I've done any healing for Gaia, asking for those cords to be gently pulled out and removed from everyone and transmuted, and anywhere those cords were pulled out, for those to be healed and repaired, so that I am disconnected from the animals and all those souls who've given their permission to be connected in for this, so that we are both separate and independent once more. Asking that anything was open to be closed down, healing portals, vortexes, channels, chakras, the sacred space. Anything that was open, close it down. Anything that was open, close it down. Thanking all the energies that were present for this session. The angels, Metatron, Jophiel, Ariel, Gaia, unicorns, the elements, the animals, the blue avians, the healing teams of light, you yourself. Thank you all so very much, from my heart to yours. Namaste. Okay, if you have made it this far, thank you so much for being here, for holding space, for receiving the energy. It did turn out to be something different to what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to go in this direction. It actually went in many directions. And yeah, that's just what happens when you tune in, open up, and go with the flow of the energy, and let in whatever needs and wants to happen. So I do hope that you've received all that you need during this session. Do feel free to leave me a comment below to let me know how you got on and your thoughts of this session as well. Would love to hear from you. And other than that, thank you so much for being here, for tuning in, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.